Hey, what's going on, good people? Welcome back to another video. I want to do something a little bit different, at least different for me, because I typically don't do midweek videos. Usually just do them on the weekends, but I was really excited to do this one because I finished this custom figure right after I finished my Keller and Beck figure. So I was really excited about just kind of showcasing this one. The Force Unleashed is probably one of my favorite video games of all times. It's right up there with, I love Red Dead, Advent Rise. I know Advent Rise was not very popular, but I love that game. That was anyway, it's a whole different subject. But wanted to do this one because like I said, The Force Unleashed is probably one of my favorite video games. And we finally got the regular Starkiller from the majority of the game. And he has so many he has so many suits in there, unlockable suits that I really liked a lot of them. But this one, this that you get for being the light side ending, and then it was the other one I believe that you got for right before you beat the game, were my favorite two suits in the whole game. So well, suits or outfits or whatever in the whole game. So I really wanted to do a custom of that, and I don't know when Hasbro will put one out. And since they haven't, I decided to make my own. So this is like literal kit bash and epoxy and all that good stuff all rolled into one. The hood, the main part of the hood, and the tunic I actually took from Dark Ray, the Black Series Dark Ray. Cut that off. Well, cut this off, the hood off, repainted it. This is part of her tunic down here, repainted that as well. And then I added epoxy to make the rest of the hood, to make it loop around. Then the body, the main body itself, is from the Obi-Wan Wanderer figure. And so I used a cloak on Keller and Beck, and then the body type for this. I used epoxy to make the boots. So I think that came out pretty nicely. Didn't look much different from the boots that you would actually see on, well, the regular Jedi. So I think that came out pretty good. So, and again, I've only been doing this since last year, so give myself a little pat on the back because I like the improvements I've made. As far as doing the epoxy, I only started that maybe a few months ago. Well, really started that, feeling more comfortable with it a few months ago. What else? The straps, actually the straps are the epoxy too. I just kind of carved the bandages in there. The wraps, to get that not forearm wrap, what is it? The hanging straps. This is, I cut up the scarf from the Kamen Rider. What was that? It had the black trench coat with the red scarf. Cut that scarf up, repainted it. This brown part of the tunic here is from light side, well, not light side Luke, but Rise of the Skywalker Luke, when he had maybe it was someone right before that, he had that tan tunic, so I cut that up and used the strips for that. This is a belt from some figure I just cut and rolled up to be the holsters for his lightsabers. He had two lightsabers, and then cut a couple of the strips that have to be hanging down. But and then the head sculpt it's the Starkiller, because Starkiller came with multiple heads. So well, I'll be talking. Did that just cut off? We'll just cut that right back on. All right, and we will move this over here. Let me get my light right again. There we go. All right. So but yeah, so I like how this came out. I added a little shading when I repainted the pants to this, and I'm not sure if any of that's coming up on camera. It may not be, but I really like how this came out. I think it turned out really well. I do not remember which Jedi I actually took this lightsaber from. I have so many Black Series Jedi, so not Jedi, but Black Series lightsabers just around the place. And I keep them just for these kind of things. I like making new Jedi. So but let's see, where's my regular Starkiller? So just in comparison, because for the longest I had this head on this Starkiller. But I really like this too. I did a repaint of this one, actually both heads, a while back when I first got them. So I'm glad I did repaint this head, so I didn't have to take the time to do that. This guy actually did a slight repaint of the entire figure when I first bought them. I'm glad I did, so I didn't have to redo it for this video. And I could just pop that head on. So I just put the regular head on this one. It did kind of bother me at first that the hood was so low, but then when I went back and looked at most of the pictures for the figure, for the character, I mean, his hood, depending on what view you were in, the hood was pretty low anyway. So I just thought that was really cool how it's turned out, though, and have my little face off between the Starkillers, you know, light side versus dark side. So I really, really enjoy how this, I mean, really like how this came out. Enjoyed actually doing this this custom, and it's pretty much gonna wrap it up for this. And, you know, just for kicks and giggles, I just want to, whoops. All right, I almost lost them. Almost lost them. All right, so I'm gonna move these over a little bit so I can get some of these other figures in. So I want to bring in my custom. I don't think I even came up with a name for this guy yet. I don't know. I'll figure out one for him. But he's like in my head when I made him, it's more like a rogue Jedi. He's a Jedi. He's not a Sith, but he's a big rogue. He kind of do his own thing. And then my custom Finn, the way that I wish they would have ended had him in the actual movies, but they didn't. But, you know, that's a whole nother issue. Let's see if it'll stand up. That's a whole other issue with that. But at least I have this. I have this in my collection to pretend this would actually happen. So then to take him out. Actually, take both of them out. Because this is how they're going to be displayed in my case anyway. So bring in Kelly. I don't know. Okay, and drop one of my figures. My last video. And lastly, my favorite Jedi of all time, the whole reason I even really started loving Star Wars anyways, is Luke. Now, while this is not an actual custom Luke, because it's the SH Figure Arts one, I did get him a new cloak. So I got rid of the cloak that he had, got rid of a new one. This one actually hangs and flows better. It's has a wire just on the side. I love how it just hangs so and how the hood is compared to the original. The original was cool, but the way that wire was down at the bottom, it caused a lot of issues for me. So I really like how this one is. But anyway, so that's gonna pretty much do it for this video. If you liked it, hit like, subscribe, share it, and you know, come back for more and check out some more of my other videos.
Hey, Crimson, run it up.